Baby, I don't know if y'all can even see me, but I can see you when you're not smiling because your guides tell on you, honey. So before you receive this reading today, give me a smile, darling, even if it's for half a moment. Hey, girl. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. How are you doing, darlings? My name is SimplyVelca, and today we're going to be getting into your weekly tarot horoscope reading for September, Capricorn. Also, I did your monthly tarot reading. If you would like to check that out, I'll leave a link somewhere around here, darling, for you to be checking out, Capricorn. But if you enjoy this tarot reading today, let me know in the comments below which cards resonate with you and how they do, darling, because that's how I keep up with you, Capricorn, is through the comments. As well, if you enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe, darling, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you guys take that extra step to support me in that way, Capricorn. Also, remember, darling, I'm just a man reading some tarot cards to you, honey. You know your situation better than I ever possibly could. These weekly readings are just here to give you some food for thought for today, a perspective to be considering, but never making the choices in your life, because it's your life to live, not mine, and not these tarot cards. So let's just jump into your weekly tarot reading today, Capricorn. Let's see what's up with y'all, what the tea is. Let's catch up, honey. Let's see what's going on for you, Capricorn. Also, what do y'all think about my new setup, darling? Y'all like it? So Three of Pentacles comes flying out for you, and apparently doesn't want to be held at all, darling. Three of Pentacles comes out for you, Capricorn, with the Sun card. Okay, baby, we're wrapping up into something fabulous for you, darling. And then the Ten of Wands. Ooh, I like this a lot for you, Capricorn. So let me explain this, darling, if you don't. Tower card coming in the back of the deck here. Still good messages, Capricorn, but it also is just like letting me, it like amplifies the message that I was already going to be saying and talking about. So just remember this for a moment. So right off the bat, Capricorn, I do feel as if you guys, similar to Virgo, I was talking about how like obstacles and the fog and just, you know, the unclarity that they've been going through in their life. It's going to be a similar message for you guys, Capricorn, of where it's like letting me know just like you guys have been coming through like a long struggle, and because of this Ten of Wands, right? You've been dealing with something's been weighing you down in regards to your objective, right? Your objective is whatever it is that you're trying to bring forward into your life or working on in your life, Capricorn. You have been just like working hard. You've been you know, maybe putting in a lot of work but with very little pay, or just dealing with a bunch of resistances in your life, right? But I see this changing up drastically for you guys. Now I want to talk about this Tower card real quick, just because I feel like this amplifies the message, Capricorn, of the Ten of Wands here. And so it lets me know of like whatever struggle, whatever resistances that you've been dealing with, Capricorn, it's literally just being shattered, right? And so how this would work, for an example, Capricorn, is let's just say, especially with the Three of Pentacles here, this is like a collaborative thing. So let's just say for work, for example, you've been just really dealing with a lot of difficulties in your work, very unrewarding. Something drastically happens in this situation. Now, I don't know if you end up quitting, Capricorn, or what have you. Maybe you're still staying in the same situation, but like it feels almost as if there's going to be a giant shift happening in your life that like just changes everything up entirely in your life. I wouldn't be surprised, Capricorn, if some of you guys move, even though we have no cards talking about moving yet. It just lets me know of like something's just really just being shattered, and then it's just like through this heavy weight being shattered, things just start clearing up. And so if you haven't already had your Tower moment, Capricorn, I would really say expect it this week. But this is definitely something you want to look forward to, because it's like after this Tower moment, after this chaos, the Sun card starts shining on to your Three of Pentacles. And as I was saying before, Capricorn, excuse me, the Three of Pentacles represents collaborative energy, so fabulous again in terms of those, if this is associating with your career or finances, right? But overall, I just feel as if things that have just not been working out for you, Capricorn, things are just going to be starting to lighten up for you, right? But I feel like this only happens through just like a major drastic shift in your life, through a major life event thing happening. Seven of Wands coming in here, something that gives you more responsibility. I really wouldn't be surprised, Virgo. This is going to be like a narrative that like I don't even know if anyone's going to relate to on some level, but this is like very much so like, let's say you are at a like working in a place, or yeah, like working at a workplace, and that just hasn't been very good. And then something happens in the workplace and, maybe like your manager quits or something in that regard. I do feel as if something's going to be presenting itself to you, Capricorn, where you could step up to the plate, have a lot more responsibility on you, but it's also going to be very rewarding. Yeah, very rewarding. Ace of Pentacles coming in here. Like, I feel as if, like, whatever responsibility that you come into, it just pays off greatly. And I don't know if some of you Capricorns are intimidated by this. I'm not saying that you are, but like, I could see the potential in where it's just like, for some of you Capricorns, you're just like, look, man, I'm tired, honey. I'm tired. I don't want to have more responsibility, Velka, right? I really do feel as if you give this a chance, right? Especially if some of you Capricorns been having like this like a little bit more of a cynical view of the world recently, of being like, things just aren't working out. There's no point in me trying to do this anymore, or what have you, because you're just used to things just not working out in your favor. I do feel as if because I do feel like this is like opportunity or like a potential for you to go into, right? Something presents itself to you being like, oh, do you want to work on this? Do you want to do this, Capricorn? Right? And so I feel like you want to change your approach or change your mindset with how you view the world or how you would view things, right? It feels very much so as a situation, Capricorn, where some of you guys might tell yourself and being like, oh, well, that sounds good, but like, it's pointless for me to try it because I would just fail or what have you, right? Because I can't help but get like this dismissive nature when it comes to this setup here, Capricorn. It does feel as if like, it's almost as if like you just don't believe it yourself, where you're just like, yeah, right? You're just like brushing it off. You're like, yeah, boy, yeah, girl, whatever, right? And I feel almost as if there's something that you will kind of just shrug off, Capricorn, while even though you may want it really badly, there's the situation where you just don't bother because you just tell yourself that you know how the narrative would be. It's not worth you figuring out, and so on and so forth, Capricorn. And so truly, what I would be telling you guys for this week is just to really look forward to your tower moments. And I know that's probably something that like not many tarot readers will say, and probably something you never have heard before, but really look forward to that tower moment. I know it sounds really scary. I know it sounds really intimidating because naturally, yes, of course, Capricorn, because of that tower moment, you're going to be made uncomfortable a little bit, right? Because it's kind of necessary for you to really just shift things up in your life. But it's through these shifts, it's through this drastic change that really starts opening up something else for you, right? So let's do a couple more cards on this, though. I just feel drawn. Judgment card coming in, as well as the Hierophant coming in. So this is definitely a situation, Capricorn, of I wouldn't be surprised, Capricorn, if many of you guys have been contemplating doing a big change or doing some big action in regards to like a relationship in your life, or just some type of committed thing, right? And I want to like always make the point that it doesn't always talk about romance, right? It could be like making like a big decision in regards to like a friendship or a family, what have you, right? It just feels like something that there's this, whatever the situation is, you've been really contemplating on what to do with it, because there's just so much history, so much. I do feel like there's some level of commitment here, right? And whatever that you have this commitment with, you're really debating on doing a big change, right? Four of Cups coming in here as well. So really the thing I just want to like push for you guys, Capricorn, is just like, don't ignore it. Really take this week to be open to opportunities and entertain the idea of being like, well, I never saw myself doing this, but now that you mention it, this could be really well. This could be really fabulous, darling, if this actually worked out, right? It's in that kind of narrative. I hope this makes sense. And so let's just say, for example, right, you want to be a tarot reader, darling, right? I always use tarot as an example because that's the quickest thing, because that's all I do, right? But you're just like, I'm not meant to be like a tarot reader on YouTube or what have you. That's just meant for other people. I don't got the personality for it, what have you, right? Insert tarot reading for whatever. Start having a more optimistic view on things that you could start putting energy into. Start having a more optimistic view on different opportunities or different things that you could do, right? Because I do feel as though something's going to be presenting itself to you, Capricorn. And while it's not necessarily promised to you, because nothing is ever promised, right? Free will and all that, darling. I feel as if like you might just push something off to the side because you're telling yourself that you know the narrative of it. You know, you feel as if you know how it's going to pan out and what have you. And so you kind of just don't bother engaging with it. And I feel like that would be the biggest mistake of your life, Capricorn, if you were to do that. And I'm usually not very that to this degree of being so rigid in that way, but I do feel like I guess I just don't want you guys to ignore this, Capricorn. I really don't want you guys to allow this really fabulous opportunity to pass you by, if that makes sense. All right, now Capricorn, let's get into your spirit guide messages for this week. We have the Two of Cups that already came flying out for you, darling. We have the Page of Cups in the back of the deck, but I'm not going to draw it, but it's very fitting. Okay, girl, I guess you're getting 4 cards, honey. If one of these are the Page of Cups, girl. Queen of Swords coming in as well. Temperance card coming in. This is making a lot of sense, honey. And then what is this last one? 5 of Cups coming in. Taurus kind of had a similar reading to this in some ways. In some aspects, I can see like some of the similarities. So if you do have Taurus in your chart at all, Virgo, Capricorn, I do want to suggest to you guys checking that out. And I'm not normally one to tell you to check out your sun, moon, rising and all that, right? I feel like that's kind of like for your own choice. But I really do feel strongly this week, Capricorn, to kind of push that to you. I feel like even last week I told I feel like it was your sign to like watch your reading back again. Like, I don't know why, Capricorn, but there's just been with you especially just like this really strong sense of really trying to get a message into you, or just really having you be receptive towards a message. And so let's break this down, right? 2 of Cups, Queen of Swords, Temperance card, and this 5 of Cups here. This is letting me know of a connection, something that you again feel committed to, definitely related to that Hierophant energy, again, as I was talking about. It does feel as if, like, again, you want to put some boundaries up with it. Queen of Swords, 5 of Cups, and this Temperance card. Some of you guys, you know, you have maybe the strong desire, for example, of like leaving your job. I'm not telling you to leave your job, or I'm telling you to do whatever, darling, right? You may have the strong desire to just change things up in your life, right? But you don't have necessarily a backup plan. And while, again, put this in perspective, darling, I'm just reading some cards, and I would never do this. Well, that's not true. I have done it before, but I don't suggest it of like quitting your job with no backup plan. But I have to just give out the messages of these cards and how I see them without me projecting my own personal bias on this. But I really do get this sense of where it's like you have this strong desire of like closing out your energy or closing off the channels of some type of exchange of energy with something. But with no backup plan. So it's like maybe for some of you guys, Capricorn, you're debating on like ending a relationship, whether it's platonic or romantic. Some of you guys are planning on quitting that job, for example, right? With no backup plan. But there's just something in you. I feel like there's something in you that you want to like cut off or put distance between you and yourself with that. With no backup plan, where we're not really thinking things through too far ahead of like what it means after the fact. But I do feel as if that's what you kind of like. I wouldn't be surprised if you put in this situation. I'm really struggling not to project my own personal opinion on this, Capricorn, as you can probably tell. But I do feel as if for some of you guys, don't be afraid of taking that chance of, you know, if something's not serving you anymore, really just learn to let it go, because you do have the Page of Coins coming in the back of the deck here, which is like new communication coming in or something being offered to you. So while you may not immediately, Capricorn, see like what, you know, what it is that you're leaving here, what it's going to be replaced with, you may have no idea, you know, how it's going to pan out after the fact, right? You don't have a backup plan necessarily. The message is quite literally where it's like, you know, through you being patient, through you just, you know, putting that distance up, that guard up, those boundaries up, something else comes forward to you. So let's get into this Page of Pentacles, just a couple cards to clarify this, because I do feel like something's offered to you after this sense of like going away, right? With that 5 of Cups, even if you don't necessarily want to, because I do feel like I keep hearing obligation. Some of you Capricorns may feel obligated to whatever that Hierophant represents, something that situation that you have history and that commitment with. You may feel obligated to stay, right? And so it's a lot harder for you to justify leaving if you don't have like the next place to go, right? If you don't, you know, you're just like, you know what, you know, this job ain't for me, honey, right? But you don't have anywhere else to go, you still have to do what feels right to you, right? So let's get clarifiers on this Page of Coins. I don't have too many cards here. Let's get a couple. I only want to do 2 for this Page of Coins. We have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, because I feel like you're feeling trapped right now. I feel like you feel trapped in a certain situation, or like you feel as if there's nothing you can do right now to like improve your life or to improve the odds of how something will pan out, right? And so it does feel as if it's giving me very much so like I just keep hearing trapped. Like I feel like you feel trapped or powerless in like doing any change in your life, and you kind of are stuck at like a crossroads. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen this Two of Swords, because I do feel like a crossroads is for y'all. And the Moon card coming in here. So this makes sense because I do feel like a lot of your future is very much so reminiscent of the moon, Capricorn. And so what I mean by this is this sense of where you don't know where your future lies after this. You don't know, it feels almost as if like you haven't felt more unsure about your future than you do right now in some type of way, Capricorn. And I kind of want to say that's kind of intended currently, right? I can relate to this heavily in the sense of like taking a leap of faith, very much so Fool energy. The Fool doesn't know where it is that they're going. They just are leading with their heart, right? And then the Four of Pentacles coming in here. I just feel as if like a lot of you guys have this resistance or just this unsureness of walking away from a situation because you just have invested so much in it. And so you kind of just been in this place and just sitting here and you're just like, all right, well, before I can justify leaving or breaking off from this old situation, I need to be sure that there's something more profitable, something better for me in the future. Very much so like counterintuitive to the Eight of Cups, because the Eight of Cups individual would just like, leave those 8 cups that like nothing may necessarily be wrong with it, but it's not filling you up. It's not fulfilling your need. And so it's a very interesting dynamic. I really just feel like the message, Capricorn, of telling you is like, don't feel obligated to doing something that isn't serving you anymore. All right, now Capricorn, let's see how people are perceiving you this week. Girl, the cards are just coming out. So how this is going to work, I'm going to talk about the attributes that I get from this person. It may not resonate for all of you, but that's okay. I feel like this portion is meant to reach specific people, Capricorn. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see what their intentions are and all that, darling. We have the Emperor card coming in here. I kept noticing the Emperor card as I was shuffling beforehand as well. Eight of Cups, baby. Eight of Cups, baby. We're definitely honing in on this energy or whatever it is that you're looking to walk away from. And the Nine of Pentacles, because you need to do what's best for you, right? So I also want to point out with the Eight of Cups in this deck, don't mind my nails. Don't clock my nails, y'all, because I had to do it myself. I don't feel like getting my nails done professionally anymore, so I'm just like doing my own. So don't look at them too much, girl. Um, in this deck, we have the Moon card here, so it's very reminiscent of this. I really do feel like you guys are stepping into a more independent journey, right? Doing what feels best for you. So this is really directly correlated with whatever we were talking about just beforehand with that Hierophant that you felt obligated to. It does feel as if like this connection, maybe it served you at one point, but now it's just no longer feeling it's not given what it needs to give anymore in your situation, in your life, Capricorn. I do feel like this person, Knight of Wands coming in here, I don't feel like you have necessarily anything bad to say about this person. It's just one of those people that you have to take in like small doses now, or it's just like now, like you look at this person, you're just like, I don't know why I liked you, right? I know that sounds very aggressive or brutal, but I feel like that's kind of how you feel right now. You look at them and you're just like, what did I see in you, right? It's just like, you may be fine, but like, how are we a match? How are we friends, right? How are we soulmates? Or how did I think we're soulmates, twin flames, or whatever? You just look at it and you're just like, you know what? This ain't hitting like it used to hit, honey. So let's see their intentions towards you. The Magician card coming in here with the Page of Cups coming in here. So I do get this sense that this person's open to changing if you were to communicate with them, Capricorn, right? Obviously, I'm not telling you to do so, right? You have your reasons as to why like you're in this Eight of Cups energy, as I was saying before, because I do feel like you need to just do what's right for you. So I wouldn't be surprised if you trying to distance yourself from somebody, this person's going to come in and be like, well, what can I do differently? What can I change? What was I doing wrong? What have you? They really want to work on this Hermit card because they're afraid of losing you. They're afraid of being alone in some way. It's like they don't want to conceptualize the reality of not having you part of their life anymore, or as you being as readily available in their life. It feels almost as if, because maybe you're not cutting them off entirely, but you're just no longer being as accessible to this energy anymore. And I do feel like they're not going to just like let you just walk away without trying to work on it. So let me know how you handle that situation, Capricorn, right? Obviously, it's going to be different for everybody, so I'm not going to even tell y'all how to do, live your life, honey, right? But if you enjoyed this weekly tarot reading today, Capricorn, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe because it does help me out a lot. Also, if you'd like to book a private personal reading with me, Capricorn, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com. Next to my social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, honey, all of that just being SimplyVelca, honey. And yeah, be sure to check out your monthly tarot reading if you haven't already for September 2021. I can't believe we're already in September, and I will connect with you. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. I wanted to say y'all. I will connect with y'all at a later point. I love you so much, Capricorn. Bye.